Hey Internet, this video is to show you how to replace the seal on a Geberit Typ 203 flush valve. Now, what you'll have here when you take the lid off, you'll see the flush valve. It kind of you can spin it around like this. So if you look on the side, you see there's no tabs or anything here. Other dual flush flush valves that are of this type, I don't know what you call it. There's usually like a tab that you can depress to unlock it. But for this guy, what you need to do is just, so I said it's loose like this. You just need to turn it counterclockwise ever so slightly. So you see here, it'll be like it'll be like straight like this, right? You just turn it slightly like that, counterclockwise, and this is the unlock position. And from here, you should be able to pull it up, but it's kind of tricky. I need two hands to do it, so I'm gonna just put the phone down here and then cut to it again once I got it off. Okay, so I lied. The unlock position is actually more like this. It's more like an eighth of a turn, but you see it. But I just twisted really hard counterclockwise. It feels like you're gonna break it. You know, it's like cheap plastic. But you see here, I got it out now. So the trick, and then sorry, I don't have someone to hold the phone for me. The trick that I did to get it off is I put my left hand up top over here, and then I curled these fingers on my right hand, and I grabbed onto kind of like these little things here on the side where you set the settings. So I had my right hand here, and then my left hand here, and then so I pulled up and turned with my left hand and then I kind of like pulled along with my fingers here, and that's what kind of got it loose. So it'll come out just like this. And then this is the seal that you have to replace. And when it starts leaking, you can see it develops kind of these little cysts, if you will, and they get, I don't know how water gets in there, but if you poke these, I got that idea from some other YouTube video. So that guy was able to poke these out and drain the water, and that could get you a better seal. And I did that, and it worked for like a day, and then it started leaking again. So I tried flipping around the gasket, and it still leaked. So eventually, I just bought some new seals, and these were really hard to find. So I reached out to Geberit. I sent them an email. I got no response from them. Eventually, I got a hold of someone at Duravit, and they were able to give me this part number, which I ordered through my local Ferguson. It's only like $4 a piece for one of these guys. The shipping costs more. The shipping was $10. So I got like 4 of these just to make it worth my while. If you look on Amazon, there's a Geberit flush valve seal that you can get, but I don't think it's the same size. If I recall correctly from the description, it said it was like a 2¼ inch outer diameter. This is like, I don't have my measuring tape, but I think it's like 3 3/8 outer diameter, and the inner diameter is like 1 3/4. So I'm not sure if it's the same. You could try it and let me know. But this is the part number that Duravit specs for this part. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the old one on and put this guy on. All right, so I got the new seal on. It might be hard to see in this video because it's clear, but I got it on there. And what's interesting is if you can see here, it doesn't quite go all the way to the edge. The old one did. So let me bring the old one. So it's a little bit smaller than the old one, because when this guy was here, see, it lines right up to the edge. So I don't know if this has swollen over time, and that's kind of the reason why it's not making a good seal in its sealing. But here you get a better angle of like that little water sac, that cyst that I was talking about. So this is not making a good seal. And I think if I could poke this, let's see, sorry, again, just one hand. Yeah, yeah, that's not safe, hold on. Yeah, that's not safe, hold on. Yeah, 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 yeah, that's not safe, There you go. So I poked that with my knife. Now you can't see it. So it just drained all of the it burst that little pocket and all the water came out. But anyways, so let me reinstall this and see if it works. By the way, before putting it back, this is what the that lower receiver, that basket of the flush valve looks like. You can see the grooves here, these notches, that's where the flush valve locks into. So you can see kind of these right here, these are what you slot into there, and then when you rotate it, that's what locks it in place. So to put this back in, you just kind of line it up there, so there, that's in, and then you have to rotate it. And again, it's kind of hard, so I'm gonna put the phone down here so I could get it back in with two hands. All right, so now I got it in. Like I said, it was a two-handed ordeal. If it doesn't kind of spin, not really freely, but if it can't spin around like this and it's kind of stuck at some, you know, a little bit of an angle, then it's not locked in. So when it's like this, you know it's locked. And kind of the opposite of how I took it off, or if you remember, I said I kind of was like curling my hand and hooking it like this to turn it clockwise and lock it in. I was sticking my thumb in this kind of slot right here with my right hand, and then my left hand I had here rotating it until it clicks in, and then it'll be like this. So yeah, let's see if this seal works. I got a little zip tie here. That's another story of why I didn't just shut off the water, but yeah, this is gonna fill up. I'll just cut this, you don't need to see it. Okay, so now the tank is all filled up. I was listening to it and I don't hear any water leaking from the tank into the bowl. Now, when I did the trick of just you know, popping the little cysts on this guy, it like I said, it worked for a little bit, and it took a few hours until this started leaking. So we'll see how the new seal is going to do. But for now, it doesn't seem like the fact that the outer diameter was a little bit smaller on that new seal is a problem, because it's not leaking. If anything, I think this really is swollen, because you could kind of see, if it would focus, you could see there's kind of like a groove here on the outside. So maybe the original size, the original diameter was kind of the smaller one, and it's swelled out to here since then. So this toilet that I have is only 3 years old, so I'm kind of disappointed that this is giving out in just 3 years. But you know, do what I did and buy 4 of these. So if it lasts 3 years, that's 12 years of seals, right? Anyways, so I read somewhere in the YouTube comment that the chlorine tabs are probably bad for the seal. So I still have like Costco pack of that, so I'm gonna use them up, but I may stop using that in the future if that's really affecting it. I'd ask Geberit, but like I said, they don't respond to me, so I think that's kind of fruitless. But anyways, here's the Duravit part number. I'll put all this in the description, along with the part number of what Duravit toilet I actually have and what other part numbers I was able to get from them. Anyways, I hope this was useful to somebody. Thank you. Bye.